Hello everyone, and welcome to today's English lesson. Today, we're going to learn something very practical and useful, how to talk about your week in English. This is one of the most common conversations you'll have with friends, colleagues, classmates, or even strangers. When someone asks, "How was your week?" or "What did you do this week?" you want to be ready with a confident answer. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to describe your daily activities, talk about past events, and share your weekly experiences naturally in English. We'll practice listening, learn useful vocabulary, and explore common phrases that native speakers use every day. So let's get started. Part 1. Days of the week. Before we talk about our week, let's make sure we know all 7 days. Listen carefully to the pronunciation. Monday, this is the first day of the work week for most people. Tuesday, the second day of the work week. Wednesday, the middle of the week, sometimes called hump day. Thursday, almost the weekend. Friday, the last work day for most people. Saturday, weekend, time to relax. Sunday, the last day before the week starts again. Notice that all days end in day, and we always capitalize them in writing. When we talk about something that happened on a specific day, we use the word on before the day. For example, I went shopping on Saturday, or I have a meeting on Tuesday. Part 2. Common questions about your week. Let's look at the most common questions people will ask you about your week. Listen to these questions. How was your week? This is a general question asking about your overall experience. What did you do this week? This asks for specific activities or events. Did you have a good week? This is asking if your week was positive or negative. How's your week going? This is used when the week isn't finished yet, usually asked on Wednesday or Thursday. What are you doing this weekend? This asks about your plans for Saturday and Sunday. When someone asks these questions, they're showing interest in your life and starting a friendly conversation. It's polite to answer and then ask them the same question back. Part 3. Simple answers for beginners. Let's start with simple, short answers you can use right away. These are perfect when you're just beginning to learn English. My week was good, thanks. A simple, positive response. It was okay. A neutral response when nothing special happened. I had a busy week. Use this when you did many things. It was tiring. Use this when you feel exhausted from your week. Not bad. Another neutral response, slightly positive. It was great. An enthusiastic, positive response. These short answers are perfectly acceptable, especially in casual conversations. However, people usually expect you to add a little more information. This is where we'll practice expanding our answers. Part 4. Adding details to your answers. To make your conversation more interesting, you should add 1 or 2 sentences with specific information. Here's the pattern. General answer plus specific detail. Let me give you some examples. My week was good, thanks. I started a new project at work on Monday, and it's going well. It was busy. I had 3 exams this week, but I finished the last one yesterday. I had a great week. I went to the cinema with friends on Friday, and we saw an amazing movie. It was tiring. I worked late every night because we have a big deadline coming up. Notice how each answer has 2 parts. First, a general feeling about the week, and second, a specific reason or example. This makes your answer more natural and gives the other person something to respond to. Part 5. Useful verbs for describing your week. Now let's learn the most common verbs you'll use when talking about your week. These are everyday actions that most people do regularly. Listen carefully to these verbs in the past tense. Worked. I worked from home on Tuesday. Studied. I studied for my English exam. Went. I went to the gym 3 times this week. Met. I met my friend for coffee on Wednesday. Watched. I watched a new TV series. Cooked. I cooked dinner for my family on Sunday. Cleaned. I cleaned my apartment on Saturday morning. Visited. I visited my grandmother. Played. I played basketball with my friends. Finished. I finished reading a great book. Started. I started learning guitar. Bought. I bought new shoes. Practice using these verbs in complete sentences. Remember, when talking about past events in your week, you need to use the past tense of the verb. Part 6. Time expressions for your week. To make your description clear, you need to use time expressions. These words and phrases tell when something happened. Here are the most useful ones. On Monday, Tuesday, etc. I had a doctor's appointment on Thursday. This morning, afternoon, evening. I went jogging this morning. Yesterday. I finished my report yesterday. The day before yesterday. I met John the day before yesterday. Earlier this week. I started a new book earlier this week. A few days ago. I went shopping a few days ago. At the beginning of the week. At the beginning of the week, I felt very motivated. At the end of the week, I was exhausted. All week. I've been busy all week. Every day this week. I exercised every day this week. Using these time expressions makes your story clear and easy to follow. Try to include at least one or two when you describe your week. Part 7. Describing feelings about your week. When talking about your week, it's natural to express how you felt. Here are some useful adjectives and phrases. Positive feelings. I felt productive this week. I was happy because it was exciting when I felt relaxed on the weekend. I was proud of myself for negative feelings. I felt stressed because I was disappointed when it was frustrating because I felt overwhelmed with work. I was worried about neutral feelings. It was a normal week. Nothing special happened. It was the same as usual. Everything went smoothly. Remember, expressing feelings makes your conversation more personal and engaging. Don't be afraid to share how you really felt about your week. Part 8. Complete conversation examples. Let's listen to some complete conversations between two people. Pay attention to how they ask and answer questions about their week. Hi, Sarah. How was your week? It was really good, thanks. I started a new yoga class on Monday, and I'm really enjoying it. How about you? That sounds nice. My week was busy. I had a presentation at work on Wednesday, but it went well. That's great. Are you doing anything special this weekend? Yes, I'm going hiking with some friends on Sunday. What about you? Hey, Mike. How's your week going? It's okay, but I'm a bit tired. I've been working late every night this week. Oh no, that sounds exhausting. Why have you been so busy? We have a big project deadline on Friday, so everyone is working extra hours. But after Friday, I can relax. Well, hang in there. Only one more day to go. Notice how in these conversations, people ask follow-up questions and show interest in each other's answers. This is an important part of natural conversation. Part 9. Common mistakes to avoid. As you practice talking about your week, be careful to avoid these common mistakes. Mistake 1. Using present tense for past events. Wrong, I go to the cinema yesterday. Correct, I went to the cinema yesterday. Mistake 2. Forgetting on before days. Wrong, I met my friend Monday. Correct, I met my friend on Monday. Mistake 3. Using N instead of this for the current week. Wrong, I was busy in the week. Correct, I was busy this week. Mistake 4. Mixing up fun and funny. Wrong, I had a funny time. Unless something made you laugh. Correct, I had a fun time. Mistake 5. Not using articles correctly. Wrong, I went to gym. Correct, I went to the gym. Part 10. practice activities, and homework. Now it's time for you to practice. Here are some activities you can do to improve your ability to talk about your week. Activity 1. Daily journal. Every evening, write 2 to 3 sentences in English about what you did that day. Use past tense verbs and time expressions. For example, today I worked from 9 to 5. After work, I went to the supermarket and bought groceries. In the evening, I cooked pasta and watched a movie. Activity 2. Weekend planning. Practice talking about your plans for the weekend using future tense. For example, this weekend I'm going to visit my parents. I'll probably do some shopping on Saturday afternoon. Activity 3. Record yourself. Use your phone to record yourself answering the question, "How was your week?" Listen to the recording and notice what you can improve. Try to speak for at least 1 minute. Activity 4. Conversation practice. If you have a friend who is also learning English, practice asking each other about your week. Take turns asking and answering questions. Conclusion. Talking about your week is one of the most practical conversation skills in English. We've learned the days of the week, common questions people ask, useful verbs and time expressions, and how to give both simple and detailed answers. We've also looked at how to express feelings and avoid common mistakes. Remember, the key to getting better is practice. Try to use these phrases in real conversations whenever possible. Don't worry about making mistakes. They're a natural part of learning. Every time you talk about your week in English, you're improving your skills. Start small with simple answers and gradually add more details as you become more confident. Before you know it, talking about your week in English will feel natural and easy. Thank you for joining today's lesson. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I look forward to hearing you practice these new skills. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and remember, every conversation is an opportunity to learn. Good luck, and see you in the next lesson.